Hi guys, I'm JC, and I want to talk about an experience that happened to me on Sunday. Well, on Sunday, I figured that I wanted to go for a run again, but due to snow, I decided to stay in and took advantage of the time and did my 20 minutes meditation. This time around, I ended up going into a lucid dream, and in this dream, I noticed that the numbers and words weren't really acting as they normally do here.
That's thanks to Ryan Cropper, link to his video in the description below.
Well, soon I became very lucid, and I eventually went into a sleep paralysis. And for me, a sleep paralysis happens whenever something is trying to take me out of my body. I quickly opened my eyes and I didn't see anything, but I was still just stuck there. And eventually, after going through the motions, I was able to move around, and I waited a little bit before closing my eyes again so I didn't just go straight back into it. I eventually entered the lucid dream once again and became extremely lucid and was looking around. But all of a sudden, I started seeing through my eyelids. And I mean that like literally. Like I knew my eyes were closed, but I could see my room clearly. And then I noticed there was this 6'2" to 6'4" being made completely out of light to the left of my bed, kind of peeking over and looking at me. And I didn't get any negative feelings off of this thing. In fact, I knew that it was protective. Actually, right away, I knew that it was the voice that had entered my headspace during my run. It was kind of just a quick understanding. It wasn't piecing things together. It just all made sense the second I saw it. And I could tell that it was just making sure I was okay. The crazy part is this isn't even my first run-in with this type of being. I'm starting to believe they're my helpers. And the crazy part is it could have been the same being that had helped me months and months before. You see, before I started this YouTube channel, there was a point in time where I was lost in terms of my passion. I really didn't know what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I know it's a big question to tackle when I was 19, but I like to know these things. At this point in my life, this stuff was kind of to the side. It was reserved. I didn't really have many people to talk about it with. In fact, I only felt safe talking about it to around 2 people here. But it's something that I love to talk about because it made me happy. Eventually, there was one day where I woke up before my alarm for work, so I went to the bathroom, and I knew at this time that if I did that and went back to sleep, there was a good chance of something weird happening, because at this point of my life, a lot of weird things were happening every single day. My guess would have been astral projection if I went to sleep right away, so I tried to take some time and relax. Eventually, I started to go to sleep, but I moved to the right. And then I became super mentally aware while my body fell asleep. Soon I heard a ringing in my ears that was getting louder and louder, and I noticed 080080 was put right in front of my face. All of a sudden I was jolted right up, and I opened my eyes and it was like, so the colors of my walls are gray. They're just gray. And the room started to turn like blue, green, and pink. It was weird. And I looked in front of me. At the foot of my bed, there was a 6'2", 6'4" being made out of light that was starting to form. And just like the other one, it had a blank face. And it was just at the foot of my bed. And I wasn't necessarily scared, because again, I got no negative feelings off of it. I was startled though. Well, it turns out that 080 was a sign. And when I figured out the sign and went through the process of it, I found my passion. And I knew that this being is what helped me. So it's just crazy for me to think that, again, when I needed help, I get help. But when I see who the help is, it's potentially the same guy or girl, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a crazy experience that I had a few days ago. It's still kind of been on my mind. And I'm really wondering if that's my guide or my protector. I know everyone has one. Shoot, I know everyone has extra help. It's crazy how much extra help we all have. But to see them, that's a blessing. Yeah, that'll do it for this one. I'm JC. Take care, y'all.